Vrt ob starejši kamniti hiši sredi Krasa so novi lastniki hiše spremenili in vsebinsko obogatili. S prejšnjim vrtom ga povezuje samo sivka, ki pogosto krasi kraške vrtove. Hiša v Ivanjem gradu je desetletja samevala, dokler je nista za svojo vzela nova lastnika. Iz zapuščene hiše sta ustvarila nov, očarljiv dom in ga obdala z vrtom, na katerem je poskrbljeno tako za udobje kot za lepe prizore. Kako sta uredila hišo, smo že predstavili v prvi letošnji oddaji. Tokrat se bomo sprehodili še po vrtu. Jade Van Baren poznamo kot izkušeno strokovnjakinjo za notranjo opremo, tokrat pa nas bo prepričala tudi kot krajinarka. Vrt ob Kraškem domu sta z možem oblikovala z upoštevanjem podnebja, lege in tamkajšnjih gradiv. Člani družine na vrtu uživajo v plavalnem bazenu, počivajo na prostorni gornji terasi ali se hladijo na senčni terasi. Povsod jih obdajajo zelenje in barvito cvetje.
Jade, I'm enjoying your garden.
I'm enjoying having you here.
Your garden. Thank you
you
that you let us come.
Thank you.
At the best time of the year, I would dare say.
It is. I mean, it definitely has its different moments, you know. The agapanthus hasn't fully popped yet, which I was looking forward to showing you, but the lavender is on fire right now. So, you know, they come and go, but
Yes.
There's always something to see this time of year, which is
That's
great.
the point.
Yeah,
That's
for
the
sure.
point. Anyway, I wonder, what was it like when you came here, when you bought the house, and what was the garden like, or was there any garden at all?
Not really. There was the garden opposite the driveway. It did have some kind of structure to it. There was some lavender in there because the previous owners of the house owned Krasu lavender, and they used to just use this as a place where people come in the summer and, you know, enjoy before they go down to the fields. This area back here was just, it had a haystack, a kind of run-down old one, and it was just a field, and that's it. And all the vegetation was really high, so you didn't really get to you know, appreciate the views as much as you see now. And then, of course, there was no barrier between the road or the dirt road there and also up by the stone walls here. So even before the construction was over, my husband was obsessed to get the Lilandia hedge in here and the red robin hedge that circles the whole garden. So we were in like mud up to our waist in construction, but he was obsessed to have all of this in. So by the time we moved in, everything had kind of rooted and you know, had some time to mature and give us some coverage. So that was a good head start on the garden, considering, you know, we've just been finished a year now.
I wonder, was there any leveling needed to be done?
Well, yeah, I mean, we brought, obviously we've brought the pool in and we created 2 different terraces. So this all had to be leveled in order to get the tiles in, as well as like do a bit of I just wanted to break up the monotony of this space by having this kind of pathway through it. That was actually my husband's idea.
Really?
So he wanted to kind of break the garden up, and it just kind of, it's a bit more romantic this way. And I wanted to have very kind of local foliage going and hugging all the way through it, so you kind of found your way to the pool. The weather here, it gets so warm in the summer. We have kids and dogs and such, and so, you know, a pool was a must. And I just didn't want it to dominate the garden. I wanted it to kind of be set back and part of the landscape.
Seveda na vrtu v Ivanjem gradu najprej očarajo domiselno zasajene cvetlične grede.
I call it the formal garden, and I wanted to have this kind of formal garden where it's a little more structured to the beds, as well as like incorporate a lot of smells and herbs, and you know, we have the artichoke plants on both, and it's yeah, no, it just kind of manifested this way, as most of my garden has. It's never too planned out. I think I have to experience it and get my hands dirty and really kind of feel what I want the space to turn out to be. But mainly I have like mint and rosemary and thyme, and I have some lemongrass in there, and of course on either end of those I have 3 different variations of lavender as well.
one cannot overlook the artichoke there.
I know, they're beautiful. Every year I'm in like a conundrum to pick them or to not, because I just love to watch them kind of flower eventually. So I don't pick them, they're completely deprivated. No, and besides, none of my family like artichokes but me, so.
K romantičnemu vzdušju na vrtu pripomore tudi vrtno pohištvo. Jade Van Baren ga je izbrala premišljeno in z veliko mero okusa.
I think garden furniture is such a hard one because especially with the size of this place and the amount that we needed because the terrace upstairs is so large. We had a few things that we needed to think about because the winds get so strong up on the terrace, so it definitely had to be strong and be able to hold its weight. And then I also, when I designed the cushions for the furniture, I put ties on them all, so up there when the wind kicks off, the cushions don't end up in the ocean. And I wanted it again to feel very like romantic and in character of the house as well.
Za vsakega pravega vrtnarja je vrt nedokončana zgodba. Kakšne načrte ima s svojim vrtom Jade Van Baren?
I'd love to have some more wild, and I'd love the path to be a little more hidden, and I'd like the pool to kind of be more in the background. But, you know, with every flower bed comes about 4 hours of weeding each weekend. And I just did this flower bed this year on the other side of the path. And, you know, I think I have to stop for a while because every weekend I have about 8 hours of weeding, and then I go back to Ljubljana and take care of that garden. So I'm going to pause. So this will be the landscape for a while.